Today I'm going to fly in the Ferrari of the skies, the TBM 700C. This 2003 turboprop is owned by one of my followers, and it's a thing of beauty. I'm at Lee-on-Solent Airfield in Hampshire, England, and we're going to fly to Exeter to do an instrument approach. Let me introduce Michael. He's going to talk me through the startup procedure, and the checklist is a little longer than it is for my PA-28 Arrow.
So, because the aircraft is pressurised and can go high, it has to carry supplementary oxygen. And the first thing we do is turn the oxygen on, and that's going to produce a little hiss as it takes the pressurises these two masks in the back, and they're good to go. And the oxygen in the cabin is controlled manually, but we've got no passengers today, so we just leave that off. So passenger oxygen is off, front oxygen masks are tested, and the starter is off, and the ignition is in auto. Flight control lock is out, parking brake and all resets is on, landing gear is down, blanks and chocks are out, chocks are out. Exterior inspection I've done, battery is connected, seats, pedals and harnesses we've just arranged. So crash lever can go up, it's going to start powering the aeroplane up. Nav lights can go on, source can go to bat, generator can go to main, ignition is in auto, and the fuel selector can go to auto once it's connected to the inside tiller. The lead is off and the air conditioning is off. You might want to just protect your ears. So the advisory panel will just make sure all these bulbs are working, and all bulbs are working. So battery voltage is up here, and we've got 25 volts. So let's go. Okay, clear left, clear right. Starter can go on. So first thing we're looking for is some oil pressure, which is coming up quite quickly. No fuel in it yet. Looking for 13%. Some fuel in. That's got a light, and you'll see this temperature go up like a rocket. 300, 400, 500 degrees, 600 degrees. 662. That's what it peaked at, so that's good. So now we're looking for the rotation of the outside fan, that's the fan connected to the prop, to be up to about 52%. Still being powered by the starter.
Don't know about you, but I just love the sound of a turbine engine starting up. The ever increasing pitch, it's smooth, powerful, quite different from starting up a piston engine, isn't it?
Lee, good afternoon. It's November 278, Mike Papa, TBM 7 outside hangar 15, requesting airfield information for a trip down to Exeter and back to do some practice approaches.
November 278, Mike Papa, information. Good afternoon. We're runway 05, the left-hand circuit, the QNH 1028.
Runway 05, left-hand circuit, QNH 1028, November 278, Mike Papa.
So, brakes are off. Taxi lights on.
Engines holding at Delta 1.
So, since we've got a bit of a taxi run, I can ask you about your ownership of the aircraft. So it's a TBM 700.
That's right.
Why did you get a TBM 700? What was the reason for that?
Well, the main reason is because I've owned a number of aeroplanes before, starting with a Rockwell Commander 30 odd years ago.
You like comfort then?
I like a comfort. I like it to go a little bit quicker. So the retractable undercarriage variable pitch propeller was a great move forwards from the training aircraft. And then I had a twin because I thought, well, two engines better than one. And then a piston twin, you realise it's not quite as simple as that, because sometimes two engines is not better than one. I was lucky enough to own a Citation jet for a while, which was super quick, great fun to fly, but of course it won't go into Perranporth, which is 700 metres long. So I really wanted an aeroplane that would do as many missions as possible, accepting the fact that some of the missions it doesn't do perfectly, but at least it does them. The TBM 700C2 has got almost as good a performance as the modern TBMs, But obviously, because you can buy down the second-hand ladder, it's a little over 20% of the capital as opposed to $5 million for a new one. So it's sort of fitted the mission.
So give me the numbers then, in terms of engine, cruise, everything else.
Yeah, so the aeroplane's going to do about 270 knots at about 28,000 feet, and it's going to climb up to 28,000 feet at somewhere between 1,200 and 2,000 feet per minute. So it's not the fastest to 28,000 feet, but certainly you'll get there in half an hour. And then once you're up there, you're going to be burning, depends how you set the throttle. So engines are more expensive than fuel, so if you're not fuel limited, you're likely to go as fast as you can. But if you're trying to eke out the range, then you can bring the power right back and get something like 45 gallons an hour of jet fuel, so it's a bit cheaper than avgas. Or if you're going to be going for it, you'll be up around 56 gallons an hour, and that's what you're going to be using. So you could make Lee-on-Solent to Palma de Mallorca in around about 3 hours, maybe 3 hours 15, depending on which way the wind is blowing.
And then in terms of range?
So ideally, your range is going to be round about 1,000 to 1,200 nautical miles, depending on where your alternate is. So the farthest I think I've flown from Lee-on-Solent is Faro, which is the bottom of Portugal.
Yeah.
Because you're good for an alternate there. But if you're going to be flying from Iceland to Greenland, then you're going to bring that back in, because there aren't many diverts in Greenland. Of course, the other thing is, as you're getting on a bit, it's how long can you go without a wee?
What, you don't have a toilet on board?
Well I have a he-wee, she-wee.
Yeah.
But the mere threat of a he-wee, she-wee somehow seems to mean you don't need to go. And November 278, Mike Papa, Sat Bravo 2, fully ready for departure.
November 278, Mike Papa, the runway 05, taking your discretion, service wind 070 degrees 14 knots.
Take off my discretion 05, November 278, Mike Papa. So we're going to line up and we're going to bring the prop up to about 1800 RPM. Going to press this prop test button, make sure that the prop dips, and then we'll put full power and depart. So because of Lee's circuit, this is quite an early left turn with the solar panels, over the solar panels. Okay, so 60 knots, 70 knots, 80 knots, 85 rotate.
One in the climb out, so runway 05, touch code discretion, 720
here,
14 knots.
Your number.
Cool.
Flaps, left, taxi line. That was 1,000 to go to 1,800. So the autopilot is levelling us off at 1800. I'm going to leave the inertial separator on because we're probably going to go through some cloud on the way up. So we'll just wait until we intercept this course and then we'll pop nav on.
Sounds good.
Let it take us down. Let's just have a quick look after takeoff checks. Landing gear is definitely up, the yaw dampers on, the flaps are definitely up. Roll mode is selected, de-icing system is as required, cabin altitude, yeah, we're just pressurising a little bit. Taxi lights off, now we can go on to nav. Handley, it's November 278, Mike Papa just passing Calshot, so we'd like to change frequency to Bournemouth on 119.480.
Hey, Mike Papa, Roger, forward, good day.
Michael offered to take me for a flight for a number of reasons. He knew that my aircraft was going in for some extended maintenance, and he knew that I'd desperately want a flying fix at some point. He also wanted to show me what a modern avionics suite could do. He recently spent a lot of money upgrading his panel. I'm a long way from being able to afford an aircraft like the TBM 700, but I'm curious to know what you have to do as a private pilot with a single engine piston rating to be able to fly one.
What is the route for a private pilot? You're a private pilot, are you?
Yes.
Yeah, so what's the route for a private pilot to get a turbine?
The TBM was designed for people going up from piston engine to gas turbine, so it's designed to fly in the same way as a PA-28. It's just a bit quicker, and to help you with that sophistication, all this does that for you. But you need to do a course. There is a specific TBM set that you've got to pass, and that's for me it was 2 days of ground school and about 10 hours of tuition.
Right.
But the other thing which helps enormously for new pilots or new to a type is to find a friend that can already do it.
Right.
Because you will learn more in the first 10-20 hours of flying with somebody than you can in the course. There's nothing like having somebody who's done it before to sit next to you and say, actually, if you do it like this, it's much easier.
Yeah.
Exeter approach, good afternoon, it's November 278 Mike Papa.
November 278 Mike Papa, Exeter radar identified, a traffic service, this information hotel, QNH 1026, runway 08 in use.
November 278 Mike Papa, have information hotel, QNH 1026 is a traffic service. Okay.
November 78 Mike Papa, just confirm you're looking for the RMP for runway 08 via Opbot.
That's confirmed, November 278 Mike Papa.
November 278 Mike Papa, roger, left turn, O navigation towards Opbot for the RMP.
Left turn, no navigation to Opbot for the RMP, November 278 Mike Papa. So what we do is we'll just pop it on heading, making sure we're lined up. And we go to the approach, and we will activate the approach. And that's giving me a left turn, which is exactly what I expect.
November 278 Mike Papa, when ready to descend flight level 50. And just confirm your intentions off the RMP.
When ready, descend flight level 50, and our intention would be to do a go-round and then depart back to Lee-on-Solent, November 278 Mike Papa.
Roger, and what level do you require en route?
Flight level 70 will be fine, November 278 Mike Papa.
November 278 Mike Papa, roger then, after the missed approach, O navigation to the east and climbing initially flight level 60.
After the missed approach, O navigation to the east, climbing initially flight level 60, November 278 Mike Papa. Are you alright, John? Are you getting something out of it?
Yes, it's all good, yeah. I'm just shutting up when I need to.
It's funny because being with you, you're not as chatty as you are on the videos.
Oh well, when somebody else
is, they're edited.
When someone else is flying, I want to give them a bit of respect.
Okay, so we need the inertial separator before we go into this cloud. We can do that before we get to 200 knots. So we're going to put the inertial separator in now. That takes about 25 seconds to come down. This is going to be fun because we're definitely picking up a little bit of ice on the screen.
Oh yeah.
The place you see it most obviously is on the radar dome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's on the.
So in the books it says any sign of ice, you should put all the anti-ice on. So that's what we've done.
November 78 Mike Papa, descend to altitude 3,400 feet, QNH 1026.
3,400 feet on a QNH of 1026, November 278 Mike Papa.
This episode is made possible thanks to AOPA UK, the independent organisation representing the interests of aircraft owners and pilots. But what have they done for their members this last month? AOPA recently met with the Chief Medical Officer at the UK CAA to raise concerns about changes to pilot medicals. You may have heard that pilots of a certain age, like me, have been made to undergo stress ECG tests because of an NHS formula that theoretically calculates that they're at greater risk of a heart event. AOPA pointed out that there have been very few heart-related medical events in flight by pilots over the last 20 years, none of which has resulted in death or injury to anyone on the ground. AOPA's Martin Robinson has urged the CAA to review its policy so that it is more proportionate and based on evidence. Join AOPA today so that it can continue this important work protecting our freedom to fly. Flying Reporter followers can use my dedicated link to get 25% off new 1 or 2 year memberships.
November 8, Mike Papa, you're clear for the RMP runway 08 via Opbot. Report final approach track established.
Clear for the RMP approach for runway 08 and via Opbot and report established November 278 Mike Papa. I just love flying, John.
That's great, isn't it?
It's great fun, isn't it?
I'd do it every day if I could.
So would I. So in a moment, in fact around about now, I'm going to press approach.
That's going to arm it.
It's going to arm it. 077 is the inbound, 077 is what it's got set. And November 278 Mike Papa is established.
November 278 Mike Papa, thanks. Continue approach. Contact to tower 119.805.
Continue approach onto tower 119.805, November 278 Mike Papa, thanks.
Gemstone 31 Quebec.
Tower, hello, November 278 Mike Papa's with you, established, just approaching Tango Echo 08 Foxtrot.
November 278 Mike Papa, Exeter Tower, continue approach, runway inspection approved.
Hooko, November 278 Mike Papa.
Nice just to be a passenger sometimes, you know, just enjoy it without all the workload.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 Tower, roger.
Okay, so we're approaching the top of descent, so we'll pop one stage of flap in.
Helimed 70 complete. Helimed 70 Tower, roger.
And when we get to a quarter scale deflection above, then we'll put the gear down. Which we'll call now. Synthetic vision is telling us where the runway is, which is good news, it's straight ahead.
November 8 Mike Papa, runway 08, surface wind 06010, cleared low approach.
Cleared low approach, November 278 Mike Papa. So minimums on this approach, 480 feet.
And your approach speed, is this what we're on?
It's slowly going to come back to about 90, 95. So if we were to land, we'd really want to be landing at about 85 knots as we come over the numbers. But the rule of thumb is that we'd really want 28% of power, got a little bit, well, 1 or 2% more. Being a purist, if you had 28% on there, it would give you the right speed. But I mean, this all comes from practice, knowing your own aeroplane and so on and so on. So it looks like we've got a headwind of about 10 knots, slightly off to the right. It's exactly what was forecast. So landing checklist, the inertial separator is on, flaps are fully deployed, we've got 3 greens, the prop is fully forwards, and the fuel is balanced, everything's looking good. So just approaching 3 miles. 3 miles, the chart says we should be 1100 feet. 3 miles, 1140 feet.
It's quite a low deck angle, isn't it? It's pitched down.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is with the full flap. They are very big flaps, and that's designed to bring the landing speed really into PA28 territory.
Yeah.
580, 100 to go. 92 knots, all looking good. Minimums go round. Positive rate, gear up. And flaps up. And November 278 Mike Papa going round.
November 8 Mike Papa, roger, contact Exeter radar 128.980.
128.980 for Exeter radar, November 278 Mike Papa. Radar, hello again, it's November 278 Mike Papa, just climbing out through 1600 feet.
November 278 Mike Papa, Exeter radar, identified traffic service.
Traffic service, November 278 Mike Papa.
It's so quiet and smooth.
Yeah,
you know, the go around
it
was.
wasn't it?
Yeah, there's no indistinguishable change.
No, it's fantastic. It's a lovely aeroplane.
After our missed approach, Michael flew us back to Lee-on-Solent, past the Needles and the Isle of Wight. It was very generous of him to take me out for this short trip. I hope you enjoyed riding along with us too. The TBM 700 is clearly a very fast and capable machine, and I'm very jealous. I'll be getting my new Arrow back soon though from the avionics workshop. Any day now, in fact, it should be back with me, so looking forward to sharing more adventures with you in India Victor. If you like my content, please do subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing and it really does help with my reach. If you don't subscribe, at least hit the like button to show your appreciation.
Wow, that's no braking, that's just reverse.
It's reverse, yeah.
That's cool, isn't it?
That's where we'll leave today's episode. Thanks for watching. Fly safely, my friends.
Oh, thank you for that. That was really, really good.
Oh, I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Definitely.
Yeah.